Welcome to the Level Up Report, which is the second to last conference before Nintendo. And this one was Square Enix's E3 conference.
Not a bad one. I was focused. I enjoyed it. Uh, it opened with a banger, definitely. Final Fantasy VII.
That was pretty good to start with.
Yeah, and it showed me what I wanted. My waifus, Tifa and Aerith, some more an actual gameplay, decent gameplay. We actually see the gameplay mechanics and the ATB that stops the whole battle and lets you like slowly
And let's
decide what's your
talk
next
about
step.
that actually, because that was the most surprising inclusion they could have done. Like, they still have that kind of mechanic from the old game, but now they incorporated it so it's still an action game, but you could also use it to plan out moves.
They didn't say if it's gonna be like something you could turn on and off, like how Final Fantasy 15 was. But I think this is actually gonna be like a permanent thing to like slow down the whole gameplay. So it's actually a true mixture of real-time gameplay and like actual RPG strategic like playstyle.
From what I saw, like when they used the ATV, it
Mhm.
looked like it activated when they were going into their menu and selecting different things.
Okay, so it active once you like hit a button because I
Like
always
when
feel
you
like it's
start
always
going
there.
into a menu, like your item menu or your moves menu, I think that's when it slowed it down.
Slow it down.
And
Okay.
then use your ATV.
Oh, I see. So it builds up. Then when you go into that menu, mess around with it, it slowly
It
decrease.
decreases. It like gives you time to go through the menu, it looks like.
Okay, I gotta review the video again.
Yeah, I need to also.
But I like it. I mean, the transition between the multiple characters within your party
Yeah,
seems
that was
smooth.
cool. I like being able to, if you don't feel like playing Cloud right now, or maybe the enemy is somewhere airborne or something, go play Barrett. Shoot him.
I feel like you could like use each character and juggle an enemy in the air, maybe, or like take one character and have aggro, and while the another character will like probably backstab or back attack it.
Well, something else I noticed, they have I think it's a trigger gauge.
Trigger for like a lemon brick.
It could be, or maybe it's like a stagger meter. Because I noticed
Stagger.
there was like a meter below their health or their nameplate.
Okay.
So
Oh,
it will let you set up combos, it looks like.
okay. Overall, I was really impressed with the game, and I look forward to playing it. Maybe they will have some adjustment because it will be released what March? Is it March 3rd or something?
March 2020.
Okay, so we still got some time. It's only half a year now, so they still have some decent development time. And they mentioned that it will be two physical discs.
Yeah, I can't wait
Uh,
to spend over $120 on one game remake.
like the package that they offer at the end was a statue of Cloud on a bike,
So
steel
they're gonna
book.
have collector's editions probably for both halves of the
hmm
game.
And maybe one day they'll have a bundle collection with another statue. Blah blah blah. I'll probably wait for the final bundle
The
collection
package of
statue.
everything.
Yeah, yeah, I'll just wait for that. Like, I don't want to spend so much money. I mean, it's hype. I'm down. I like that. I'm down for that. But I could wait. I could wait. I have too many games to play. Like, I could see other people out there, like great, like active collectors or people that's big fans of the series. They will probably buy day one and everything. But I could wait.
I could wait too.
Yeah,
I
but I
mean,
was definitely still spend money on them. So, are you thinking that it will port to PC like Final Fantasy 15 had?
I think so. It'd be weird if they stopped because they made the effort to actually port over pretty much every Final Fantasy game to PC.
Okay. So I guess you're gonna wait for that. So this gonna be probably when Final Fantasy
I
7.2
mean, it's
comes out.
gonna be a little tough to wait.
I mean, you do have a PS4, and that
I do have
steelbook
a PS4.
it looks excellent. The steelbook does look very sexy.
Uh,
So I don't know. Maybe you could add more to your steelbook collection as well.
I only have one steelbook. That's Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat.
more quick combat. Okay. Moving forward. Let's talk about Avengers. That was the final thing that they spoke about.
Wow, way to skip the entire show just for
Skipped it.
that.
I mean, we could talk about other stuff in the meantime.
I get you.
Uh,
That's what we were both hyped about, Avengers.
yeah, like we both predicted that it would be discussed, and we both predicted that it'd probably be the final thing because nothing was revealed. It was clueless. Like nothing was there. No knowledge, no info about it. So we were expecting it, and we both thought it would be at the very end to like an exciting closure. But it
Right.
was really lackluster because it didn't really give much details in terms of gameplay.
It set up what is probably gonna be the basic premise, like what people are going to expect from it,
Yeah, the story.
which they were very choosy about showing gameplay for this. There's a lot
Mhm.
of cutscenes.
Well, I don't blame them. It's probably still in development. They don't know exactly how to play it, and they don't want to reveal something that they cannot meet. Like there's just too much backlash from the community about showing something that isn't real, you know?
Yeah,
So
that's
maybe
true.
maybe they playing it safe, but they have to show something because
Well,
we're
it's
all
just
waiting.
weird because right at the end of it, they already announced the release date. It's coming out in 2020.
That's
So
true. That is the funny thing. If they have a date, where's the rest of the information? Where's the rest of the details? Well, it could be just where Enix is putting pressure on them. Maybe it's like a deadline
it's taking
for
too long.
investors.
They're
I don't
taking
know,
their
but
time.
I don't know about that. But maybe the investor want to see some money. That's why most of the development studios are like that. They always have a
So
deadline.
you think they just went to them and eventually said, "Hey, you've been working on this for a while, but we need to see some returns on this now."
Yeah, and that's where everything falls apart is those deadlines. They make it so restrictive that if the team isn't doing catching up well, they had to re-release a incomplete product. It will be broken. Will have these DLC to like fit it back into it to make up for the loss of a uh bad sales. I don't know. It's just endless bad cycle. So far I don't see great things for Avengers the game.
We need to see more footage from the rest of the E3 because they did mention that anyone there is going to be able to play it.
A demo, yeah, that's true. So,
Yeah.
okay, maybe we jumped the gun. They have something in
Jumped
place.
the gun, but then they dropped another bombshell that it's a live service game.
Oh, you're right. They did mention that where there's like you could customize these characters, blah blah
Right, and
blah.
it's online.
Is it always online? I don't remember if
I'm
they
not
said
sure
that.
about that, but it sounds like they were hinting strongly you could play with friends and people.
Okay, but they just emphasize no loot boxes. But loot
They
boxes are
said no loot boxes and microtransactions.
those are vague, really
That's
vague,
very
and
vague,
and
and
I can't really
a lot
trust
of
the
companies
word.
say that nowadays.
Exactly, I can't really trust the word. But we'll see, we'll see. Like how excited were you about for this game?
Avengers?
Yeah.
I wanted to see footage. Like
Mhm.
the biggest complaint I've had for superhero games is there's not enough of them lately.
Not enough. Okay.
Like we got Spider-Man last year, which was great.
Mhm,
But anything before that, there was what? The Batman Arkham games?
mhm.
The last one was released in 2015. So there really
Uh,
hasn't been much.
okay.
And I was honestly expecting Marvel to pump out more superhero movies because of how successful the MCU movies are. And
Mm.
there's a lot of hype around Marvel.
Well, they did say they want to make a Marvel game universe, and this would be hopefully it will work out. If this game doesn't work out, then I don't think the whole universe will collapse. Because Marvel Spider-Man did a great entry, like how Iron Man started the whole thing.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, I need to see more about these. It was clear that Final Fantasy VII and Avengers were the star of the shows, but there were a
Hmm.
lot of other things they announced.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of little RPGs and updates to games like Final Fantasy 14, an
Mhm.
expansion for example.
A couple things that stand out will be Life is Strange 2. I mean, I really enjoyed the first one. And the second one, I don't know that is it complete series yet or is still releasing episodes.
I'm not
I
too sure. I don't follow that.
I just didn't appreciate the montage. It's full of
It
spoilers. Like,
spoiled a lot for me.
so like that wasn't cool. They should just left like the facial expression, but leave out all those like cutscenes and stuff.
Reaction. Oh, mean keep the reactions, but
Yeah, yeah,
not show as
take
many cutscenes.
yeah, uh-huh. And another one that stood out to me would be Dragon Quest Builders 2. Like I played the demo for the first one. It was really fun, really cute, and I think is a better take on compared to
Minecraft.
Minecraft. Yeah, in my opinion, obviously. But yeah, that seemed really fun, and it has like farming stuff, fighting monster. You could build a lot more, and this is playing with friends now. This is actually multiplayer. I don't know if the first one's multiplayer or not, but
I
this
never
looks
played the
really good.
first one, but honestly, it looks like a fun co-op game, or just to
Hmm.
play casually.
Yep. Any other game that stood out to you that they mentioned?
There were some obligatory mobile games they mentioned. Like
Mobile game.
every conference has that now. I'm surprised they didn't announce any subscription or anything.
No, no. I guess Square Enix is not known for that.
Maybe
Uh,
they
but
don't
uh,
have enough
but they
to
finally
offer.
gonna port Final Fantasy 8 to like the modern
That's true,
consoles.
yeah.
That wasn't done. They left they ported everyone except that one. So it's finally it's time to be
I
like
mean, I guess Final Fantasy VIII people don't like it. I'm just saying. Even though
I
it's your
don't.
favorite,
I mean, despite its flaws, I think it's a very good part of the series. I gotta say is I think it's still better than
it's
Final
a
Fantasy
Final
13.
Fantasy game. I'll never argue against that. Like,
It's
it's
a
not my
main like
favorite Final Fantasy game, but honestly, it's still a good game.
mhm, like that intro, man. That intro with the music, the action scene, like for its time, it was really good.
Yeah, I like the
Mhm.
intro. It got me hyped up.
And that introduction with the gunblade. Come on, man. The new expansion for the online game featuring the gunblade. So that you gotta give homage to Final Fantasy 18.
I won't give
I mean,
homage to it unless you play Final Fantasy 14 with me.
I said 18. I
Just to
mean,
put it out there. That's my
uh,
ultimatum.
oh, your ultimatum. Oh, I see. I see.
But
Oh
yeah, this
yeah,
conference was packed with a lot of announcements.
yeah. A lot of details, a lot of DLCs, a couple games and here and there. I think the only thing would be awkward would be like the directors, the creative directors, standing to the audience and speaking, and they had to
They
translate
speak
it.
Japanese for like a minute, and then the
Yeah,
translator has to say everything they just said.
yeah. I think that's the only fault I find in Square Enix conference.
It
I think
messed
they
up the
should have.
pacing,
Yeah, it
honestly.
definitely did. It definitely did. I think that for next time, for future cases, maybe just have a recording of them and have subtitles at the bottom because
Do things
Japanese
like
is
how
fine.
Nintendo does it. They just have
Um,
pre-recorded directs.
yeah, yeah. At least for these like the director's commentation, that kind of stuff. Just have them talking, some subtitles at the bottom, background music, maybe some footage. That will be more appreciated than what happened for this conference. Because like they had a good thing going. It was great, but then like it kind of like slow everything down,
It broke
mess up
up
the
the
pace.
pacing and the
Mhm.
momentum that 7 gave in the beginning. It
Yeah.
slowed down a lot
Hmm.
after.
But still give them props though. Like I appreciate that they went out, just want to talk to the audience. But they
It's a
could have done it.
definite improvement over last year. They definitely
Okay.
did a lot better.
Hmm. So yeah, that's it. Right? Anything else you want to
That's
add
it.
to it?
I think
All right.
this was my favorite conference.
That's your favorite one? Okay.
Just because of how many games were announced, I was like, okay, like all these games I want to know more about.
Hmm.
The pacing was uneven, just because of talking about it's when they had to have the translators and everything. It just made it a little bit messy.
Hmm.
I think overall I enjoyed seeing all these different games that are coming out or have updates, and I want to keep up to date with them now.
Yep.
I'd say it was a solid finish for 4 conferences we went through in the past 2 days.
Yep.
It was a nice finish, apart from Nintendo. We'll see how that is. But yeah, Square Enix did a lot better this year, and kudos to them. And I can't wait to see more of their games and see all the gameplay of it. But that's gonna do it for our E3 roundup for this year, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll be back with more gaming news in the coming weeks.